dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano boarding and day.
Assalamu alaikum, it's me teacher Hussein. Welcome class 7. Today we're going to start from molecules. Okay. So what's a molecule? A molecule is formed when two or more atoms chemically combine. When two or more atoms combine chemicals. We have seen a lot of the atoms. We've seen actually the first 20 elements. So we've seen lithium, we have seen chlorine, we have seen sodium, we have seen hydrogen, we have seen helium, we have seen and many others, right? So when you add two of these elements and you combine them, they form what? They form molecule. They form molecule. There are two types of molecules. Molecules which contain the same atoms, like hydrogen, nitrogen, and chlorine, and molecules which contain different atoms, like water. Okay. Let's see. If you add hydrogen with hydrogen, you will get what? You will get hydrogen molecule. If you add nitrogen plus nitrogen, you will get what? Nitrogen molecule. So on and so forth. So now these two atoms we have added are the same. Hydrogen, hydrogen. Again the same here. Nitrogen, nitrogen. So one type of the molecules that we have in science is a molecule that contains the same atoms, that's formed from the same atoms. There's also another type which is formed of different atoms. For example, if we add hydrogen with oxygen, we will get what? We will get water. This is the formula of water. Okay, it's the formula of water. So in this example we have hydrogen and oxygen. They are different, they are not the same. They are different. So when a molecule is formed from two different atoms, that molecule that's another type. That's another type of molecule. I hope it's clear. Physical and chemical change. We will see now the physical and chemical change. We will start with chemical change. So what's a chemical change? Chemical change happens when a substance changes permanently. It changes totally. It becomes a totally different substance. It becomes a totally different substance. Examples of chemical changes include burning of a candle. If you buy a small candle and you burn it, that candle will completely disappear. Now it is changed into totally different stuff. If you pen a paper, that paper will turn into ash. Totally different stuff. Rusting of a metal, right? Rusting of a metal. For example, if you left a metal outside and sometimes maybe some water, it touches some water, it will change, it will rust, it will have different stuff. Decomposition of plants and animals. When animals and plants die and they remain on top of theirs for some time, the bacteria that lives in the soil decomposes and breaks down into smaller pieces, and later on you will not see the remains of that given animal. Ripening of fruits. Now, for example, when the fruit is not ripened, first of all it starts from ovary and then it becomes a fruit. That fruit remains unripened for some time, but when it ripens, how it looks and its taste change, right? So it becomes totally different stuff, right? Totally different stuff. So decomposition of plants, ripening of animals, burning of candle, rusting of metal, burning of paper, and others are among the examples of chemical change. Okay, now let's see the physical change. So this is a chemical. These are These are examples of chemical changes. Look, the burning of the coil, the burning of the candle, rusting of that old car, the explosion of firecrack, the composition of organic matter like plants. These are leaves, you see, ripening of fruits. These are examples of chemical change. These are examples of chemical change. These are examples of chemical change. Physical change. Physical change happens or takes place when a substance changes temporarily. It just changes temporarily. It does not change permanently. You can reverse it. It can go back to normal, right? It can go back to normal, right? It can go back. Examples of physical change: water changing into ice. For example, if you take your some water and put it in a fridge, that water will turn into ice in a matter of minutes or hours or maybe. Okay, melting of ice. Again, if you take that ice and put it in the sun, or maybe put it somewhere close to a fire, or put it on a fire, that ice will change into water, into liquid. So these are examples of physical change, a change that can be reversed, right? A change that can be reversed. So these are examples of chemical changes. Grinding peanuts, folding paper, copper, melting. These are examples of chemical changes. You will see this in your notes.